What's up, guys? And I believe we are live. Yes. Yeah. Hi, guys. It's been a little while. I haven't been streaming as much recently, and it's been, wow, 4 months at least since my last EU4 stream. So I guess here we go. So, man, guys, I haven't touched my Portugal save in quite some time, guys. Quite some time. And I started this out with, well, off camera, I spent some of our cash here that we had. We still have a ton. I built every building I possibly can at the moment. Um, I mean, I'm getting 2,500 in income, so I, we definitely don't have any money problems. That's for dang sure. But so I called the diet, and I I think that our two best options is either just the colonized Kalima area because we already have a colonist heading to Kalima, which is up here. But I'm actually going to go with the expanded to Katsina. Gives us a nice little thing to do while we are awaiting the truce with France to expire, which that apparently just ended and my guys are heading back. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to do that. We'll order these guys down into Africa. And Songhai, they have a standing army of just 89,000. So I think this will do, but we may as well call some more guys in as well. Yeah, so we'll send them down there. Oh, also, one thing I did is I basically called pretty much all of my ships into port in order to upgrade them all. So, because I realized that I haven't been upgrading them. And there we go. I also renamed all of them so that, we know where they're at. Mercantes, Bengal, La Prata, all that stuff. So we know what, we know where they're at, or we know where they're supposed to go. So let's make sure we upgrade all these guys. And of course, once they're done upgrading, we'll deploy them back out. And this will be nice and easy because we have everything really neatly and nicely labeled. So that's great. We'll also do the same with these guys. And yeah, it's always good to keep our ships upgraded to the most recent model. Now, a bunch of these were frigates, and they're all going to be great frigates now. That'll improve our trade income even further. Not that we really need that, but that's okay. So while they're moving down there, we may as well put some of our diplomats to work. And one thing I've discovered since I played last is you can automate your diplomats. So we're going to send one just automated to go out to outraged countries. And let's see, what else are these guys doing? I can't actually see all of them. But yeah, it seems some of them are improving relations. Yeah, I can't even see what all of them are doing. So yeah, I think they're mostly just improving relations. It'd be nice if I could, yeah, it'd be nice if I could see them all, but it doesn't seem like I can. Uh-oh. Looks like a bunch of our guys got trapped over here. Yeah, so okay, that's fine. We will just have these guys automatically move over there with our automatic transports. I'm not actually sure what... I'm not actually sure where these guys were sent, or what ship is picking them up. Oh, it's the Armada of Europe. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, also, one thing is that we can also automate our missionaries, I believe. Or maybe we can't. I thought you could. You might not be able to. Let me see if I can. Ah. Oh, I already have it that way. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so let's move them along. So while that's going on, there's a couple priorities I have going forward in this one. I want to complete my mission tree. And so that involves, well, so we have to establish a Jesuit missions. So 7 states need to have the Jesuit institution. So we can look at this under political map mode, local organizations. And as we can see, we don't really have hardly any local organizations almost, well, anywhere, actually. So, we might want to remedy that. And so, yeah, we'll go ahead and, or no, we do have local organizations. I don't know why they didn't show up at first. So we have these in a couple different ones. Are we? I'm not sure why I can't establish them. Oh, it's because, yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's because we don't have all of these cored up, or rather our colonial nation doesn't have them all cored up. So that's fine. We'll just have to wait on that. I like to have one diplomat free at all times for me to use them. Anyway, so once we get these guys down here, we are going to tax Songhai. They're allied with Funge and Nupe, so that'll be good to take out Funge. Nupe, it's kind of unfortunate, but Nupe is actually our trade protectorate, so I don't want to annex them. What I'm going to do is we'll just occupy them, white piece them out, and then I'm pretty sure I'll be able, after the war, to invite them to be our trade protectorate once again without any serious issue. I figure that would be my guess. My guess would be that would be something that we're able to do. So, got one of these groupings here. Sent over. Ooh, Jungar and Shu. Zunghar. Oh, that's cool. That tag just popped up, I guess. All right. And same with Shu. Guaranteed by Transoxiana. That's interesting. I wonder how they got those guys to be released. I'm not sure what country they were part of before, to be honest with you. That's okay. So, yeah, man, I'm kind of excited to be back to live streaming. Let me check something though real quick before anything else on my stream here. Let me see and make sure it's actually public, because I'm not entirely certain if it is. I might actually have it set to private, which if I do, that's a pretty big goof up. I'd have to restart. One second, guys. Yes, yeah, I'm live. Okay, cool. And let me also make sure my audio is sounding good. It sounds okay. Maybe my volume's a little low. Set it up a little higher, and I guess I'll have to talk a little louder. That's good. All right. So yeah, let's move these guys over here. These 5 guys, these 5 ships, I can add them to my Egypt squadron. So the Islet of Percy. Where's that? Oh, right here. Islet system. It's a really interesting system the Ottomans have. I don't really fully understand it. I'm gonna have to try a Ottomans run in order to sort of get a feel for it. But I understand that essentially you can basically almost subject pretty much any nation, make it into an islet. And I also understand that apparently there's actually a way to literally just get all of the Mamluks as an islet like immediately, which is pretty wild. Greece. Did they just become independent as well? Okay. I, I'm not sure if they did just become independent or not. Guaranteed by Austria. Yeah, did the Ottomans like lose a war or something? Is that what happened? I mean, they don't have any manpower yet, or any manpower anymore. That could have been exactly what happened. My God, it's amazing how many claims these guys get. It's just nuts. Purchase an ability, guys. So, one sec. Let's see. Improved artillery range, artillery damage from back row. Force march, artillery levels versus fort. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That'll help us increase our siege speed. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Yeah. So I'm going to add a general to these guys. And I'll hire one more general for these guys. So I think this should be enough troops over here. I don't think we really need any more. So the rest of these guys will just transport over to the rest of Europe. And I think at this point, I'm pretty much ready to go. Basically. Yeah, let's go ahead and declare war. So, if I were to, co-belligerate Funj, though, actually, what would I, Mamluks, Ethiopia, Songhai, and Kliwa. I'm not going to do that because I'm allied with Ethiopia. So, I also want to keep an eye on this in case they end up getting a, like, no heir or weak claim heir. I want to make sure that I claim their throne, get them as a nice looking. Oh, why isn't he going off and converting? We can get them as a personal union, which would be a bit preferable to having them as an ally, of course. So, without further ado, let's go to war, guys. Let's do it. We will go for the imperialism casus belli because that is always better than the conquest. Less aggressive expansion and lower cost for provinces. So, yeah, Nupe ended up honoring their alliance. That's fine. We go siege this fort. We will send these guys down to siege this fort. And while that's going on, let's now, oh, nice, great event. Let's now go ahead and redeploy our newly upgraded, beautiful merchant fleet. Redeploy these guys in Malacca, which it's amazing how much wealth we're pulling out of there. Oh yeah, this one, if I remember correctly, I had sort of built with the purpose of just sort of dividing them up between the different trade nodes out here. So we will deploy these guys. And then we'll divide these guys up. I think probably mostly we'll just put them in India. Because there's so much. Hold on, what the heck just happened? Guys, what the heck just wait, what? The electors have elected Manuel III of Portugal as the sovereign of the Holy Roman Empire? Wait, I'm HRE Emperor now? Dude, how did I become the HRE emperor? I guess they're so scared of like the Commonwealth and France, I guess. Because I mean, there's really not much left of them. I mean, it's pretty much just Westphalia, Augsburg, and Austria, and they're not, not doing too well. Oh wow, it claims Westphalia as well. Um, okay. Yeah, so now they want me to go ahead and basically demand territory. I have no imperial authority at all, guys. Nothing. Um, not enough member states of the empire. Only two electors of the empire. Um, okay. Wow. I mean, you could put. I mean, Austria likes me. Why don't I just grant an electorate? They're not Catholic, so um, Lubeck? No, they're Protestant. Um, well, what about Westphalia? Could I grant them, or they are an elector? Augsburg. Uh, I'll grant them an electorate. Yeah. Regensburg. They're a free city. We cannot grant them an electorate position. The Palatinate, where you could grant them an electorship. Okay, that's improved our our steep decline of imperial authority here from 0 down to 0. um, okay, Bohemia. The guys are Protestant. Genoa. I don't have any diplomats sent, but they are not Catholic either. Can't went to Ferrera either. Yeah, this is not something I had on the menu for today. Just randomly getting elected, the HRE emperor. Okay, I guess I'll grant Switzerland the electorship as well. It looks like they're selecting Sweden right now, but it looks like actually they're about to flip to me. Salzburg doesn't like me for some reason. I might have to improve relations with them. Honestly, I don't really care that much about about this stuff with the Holy Roman Empire. In all honesty, guys, oh man. So does that mean that technically these areas are now part of the empire? Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it at all. So yeah, they want me to demand from Sweden, demand unlawful territory. They're not going to accept. The Commonwealth accept. Well, it's not really saying whether they would or not. It's 0-0. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't really care about that stuff that much. Yeah. Let's just I guess deploy more of our amazing and beautiful merchant fleet. We'll send these guys Cromendel. And we'll split this and send these guys to Bengal. And the rest of these guys, I don't really have that many on the Moluccas, so I think I'll just send them over to the Moluccas. And our beautiful merchants in Cabo, the Cape of Good Hope, in Zanzibar, and Argentina, the Rio de la Plata, Yeah, Kalundwe, you can come through my lands. Uh, yeah, we'll tariff. Gujarat, there we go. Those guys are already doing their thing. Aden, Canton. Nupe has been occupied by Nupe. Okay. Philippines. We'll have to deploy the guard trade in the Philippines. Sulawesi Squadron. You guys are going to patrol the Caribbean. And you guys in Panama. I know it's kind of tedious, but you got to do what you got to do. Seems to be some kind of war going on here between Shun and Japan. Yeah. Oh, I think one of our sieges just ended. So this is here. We'll finish doing this really fast here. Or no. We'll deploy these guys to attack the next one. And while they're doing that, we will continue deploying our beautiful merchants. Oh, have I even upgraded these guys yet? I've not, actually. No. No, burgers, we're not giving you land. Okay, the Iberia merchant fleet. Oh, and I believe these are all caravels I made. Sorry, East Mindanao, you're getting a famine. Profits over people, I guess. All right. Oh, and now we don't have to worry about actually transporting these guys. We've got free movement. That's fine. Who's got disputed succession, by the way? Switzerland. Where even is Switzerland? Really, just right here. We've got room for another diplomatic relation. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's Royal marry him. Let's ally them and then grant electorship. So we might be able to get then a personal union on them and then feed back their course. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a good plan. I don't even realize I have this random army all the way up here. I guess that makes sense though. It's like if I want to go against Shun again here, I can just deploy them from up north. Makes total sense actually to have that. It'd be cool actually to go after Japan again as well. Yeah, that'd be really cool. In fact, I think we will. Well, yeah, I mean, we could probably do that now, actually. While we're doing the other war, why not? I mean, they've got all their troops right here. I mean, we can just go and ambush them, you know? We'll bring this general over here. And by the way, I think I had a army over here. Let's make these guys drill. In fact, actually, let's get pretty much all of our idle armies with generals drilling. There's actually none except for mercenaries, which we actually can't drill with them. So, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so while this is going on, let's continue deploying out our beautiful merchant fleets. Their university's clean. Yeah, we'll go for the papal influence. Polynesian merchant fleet. Let's pull you guys out. The one in Peru. Pull you guys out as well. That's Egypt Squadron. I thought I had already deployed these guys out. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, I'll join the war. I don't really think I'm gonna do anything in it. I might not. Oh, you know what? The Plata Squadron was the one I already had deployed to protect trade in the La Plata region. So I just separated the frigates out from there, and I'll put the rest of them in the port because, for a while there, now that's no longer the case. When I first booted up the game, we had a sailors deficit, and so that's something we definitely want to avoid. Oh, these guys haven't actually been upgraded yet. These guys have. Let's go ahead and check our progress over here. So these guys took their capital. Let's also deploy out, by the way, all of these beautiful caravels. But let's have two of these groups go down to that fort and these guys to the capital. And while we're doing that, send our caravels here, group them up over here, and we can figure out what we're going to do with them. I thought I had seen just a second ago my 82 patrolling, or my 82 frigates patrol, or I guess just flat 80 frigates patrolling. I thought they had been stationed over here and were sitting there, but I guess not. Anyway, let's finish deploying these guys out. This tedious task here. Ban the publication. Vague promises of reform. I can take the couple unrest. That shouldn't be an issue. Combine these two. Rio Grande, hardly even worth doing. Oh, I haven't even upgraded these guys yet, actually. Sorry. I'm going to actually decline this. They're apparently, wow. So they're apparently at war with the British as well. I think this is a perfect time. Yeah, I think it's a perfect time to attack Japan. Let's get close to their beautiful soldiers here, and let's go ahead and move our fleet over in this area. So yeah, let's get real close to their soldiers and we'll attack them. But now Katsina, that fort's been taken. Let's send these guys down here to actually go ahead and attack some of these enemy armies as well as siege Nupe. Or might want to actually send some of these guys against Funge in a second here. I think I'll send this army against Funge. And meanwhile, we've got an ability to get another diplomatic relation slot. So question is what I'm going to do with that. At the moment, not certain. We already ended up using another one here for Switzerland, which, by the way, I should go ahead and grant them the electorate. I should have allied them before I started this war, but I didn't. It's all right. I could do a papal sanction of war, or I could just increase my mercantilism with that. Let's go ahead and just get our nice papal sanction of war. Increase our manpower growth. So let's actually get these frigates over here and you guys as well. Whoa, Funge. What are you doing down there, dude? What the heck? Also, these guys are taking attrition. Let's find a spot that they can go on. They're not going to take attrition. This province should work. All right, guys. Who are these guys, by the way? Oh, these are all these frigates sitting here. That's what all this is. Let's combine these guys. And I think we can just have these guys patrol our home node. I think that's right. Well, actually, half of them patrol our home node, and the other half will make them into the Mercantes Morocco. Mercantes do Morocco. Oh, don't have enough characters. Morocco. Which, by the way, guys, I don't know if you saw the game with Brazil and Morocco today in the World Cup. Dude, I was pretty shocked, man. I gotta say that Morocco came right out the gate and scored a goal. In fact, let me check. What was the final score? I think, like, I was watching some of it, and up until the point where that I was watching, it was 1-1. Let me see what the final score was. Cup. Brazil, Morocco. They tied it out, dude. They tied it out. Man, that's not what Brazil wanted. I'll tell you guys that much. But I gotta say, man, like, a lot of people were saying, oh man, dude, this World Cup's gonna suck, it's gonna be just terrible. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm enjoying it so far. I've been enjoying watching these games, and I think it's proving to be pretty interesting. Send these guys up there. Why not? Like, I was really hyped up to see what happened with the U.S. Us just beating the heck out of Paraguay, man. That was amazing. And when I first saw the matchup, I was like, oh, geez. That's not looking good for us, because I had thought, oh, well, I mean, Paraguay is a South American country, so, their teams tend to be pretty strong. And I'd kind of thought in my head, like, hey, well, I'm pretty sure Paraguay's won a World Cup before. And apparently I was wrong. I was thinking about Uruguay, and apparently they're the ones who are really strong, while Paraguay, not really. Like, hardly at all. Like, and they evidently weren't that strong. Like, they weren't even able to, prevent the U.S. team from basically keeping the ball on their side of the field for essentially the entire time. So, yeah. I think, by the way, guys, we will put another another diplomat on outraged countries. Which, yeah, I feel like I should be able to see all of my diplomats here, but I just can't. I played another game where I had more diplomats than this, and I was able to see what they were all doing on that drop down bar very easily. But for some reason, right here, I can't. Oh, Colonial Mexico, what are you doing? Oh, and by the way, yeah. Let's go ahead and start this war with Japan, man. Like, these guys seem pretty weak right now. Pretty weak. So, we're catching them slipping right here. They're not going to be able to do anything here. Like, this is going to consist of basically their entire army being destroyed and essentially in one go, just from the very start. Yep, stock wipe immediately. And we'll send these guys to siege down Mino. And let's go ahead and save our Japan trade fleet here from sure destruction at the hands of the Japanese-made fleet. And I should have already been paying attention to that. I lost a few of them right there. But yeah, we'll be able to take those guys out, no problem. Yeah, we're doing fine in this. We're doing totally fine. I don't really care if they occupy a few provinces here and there. It doesn't really matter to me at all, to be honest with you. Now, I know some guys are really, they're really specific, like, hey, man, I can't let these enemies, occupy any provinces. That gives me a bunch of devastation, war exhaustion. But, like, when you get to be a pretty big country, unless, you have an entire region that's just completely occupied by them, it doesn't really end up being like that big a deal, like, at all. And as you can see, I didn't need to help two Sicilies at all here. They can easily just take out Venice on their own. Not a problem at all. At all. And 1 second, guys. Let me just check a message real quick. Pardon me. What should I do with this other diplomat? I just put one on outraged, or just I have two now on outraged countries. I guess I'll put one on own subject countries for relations with them. Ooh, the sack of Genet. Yeah, so we completely sacked the town. Better payment routines and harsher disciplines. We could go for that. Punish the perpetrators. We could do that. Or just the rules of warfare. We have no army professionalism, at all, because we rely partly on mercenaries. Because, like, I might not really need to so much for, I might really not need to so much at this point because I am getting pretty good manpower increase. But for now, I still am. So I'm just going to say, guys, sorry, man. Those are the rules of warfare. We sacked Genet. What are you going to do about it? What are you guys going to do about it? So, actually, you guys don't really even need to help out with that. These guys seem to be doing a perfectly good job sieging down this fort as it is right now. I could maybe even assault it if I wanted to. But, I mean, their morale's pretty low. I think that we'll probably win that. Why not? Let's assault. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that was a mistake. We just casually lost, 19,000 guys. Yeah. Good thing this isn't real life, man. It's like you make these little decisions and it's, just 19,000 people died. Yeah. Oops. Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Just 19,000 just, casually just got killed. Whoops. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, and I think I think that I'm generally gonna avoid doing the assaults. It says it can be costly in lives, but yeah, yeah. They're jeez, man. 19,000 people assault the fort and they all get killed. That's 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 pretty dark, man. That's pretty dark. Um, yeah. So what am I gonna do with this good old military power that we're just stacking up right here? I guess we'll promote more generals, right? That's probably the most sensible thing to do. Promote some generals and make them drill. Make them drill. When you're drilling your armies, you know they end up performing better. Um, Actually, gonna have to check on this occasionally, right? Ooh, Venice accepted peace with two Sicilies. Ooh. Okay, they lost a couple provinces there. Yeah. And they got themselves pillaged. Ouch. All right. And two Sicilies are capitals in Naples, just about 50 development province. That's a lot. Bigger than mine. Bigger than my capital, actually. Wow. Um, so let's see here. What? Oh, you know what? I always forget, man. You can see the diplomats right here, what they're doing. I don't have to look at this drop-down bar that I was complaining about earlier. Okay. Yeah, we'll slap a leader in this army, have him drill, slap a leader on this army as well, have them drill, because like I was saying before, I do definitely want to complete my mission tree. I'm gonna go for someone else that another army I maybe care about a little bit more. That's a pretty small army, actually, but might want to actually, yeah, I'm gonna actually grow. I'm gonna actually increase the size of this one. So that's what Army of the Orient. I'll add, yeah, more of our good old blue coats. 3 more, and I'll add like 3 or 4 more cannons. Sounds good. That'll increase their size a little bit. Yeah, man. Yeah, so what's left in my mission tree, you might ask? Well, so as I was looking at earlier, there's established Jesuit missions, but also controlling Surat, so taking some of the coast of Gujarat and Maharashtra up here, which I will do. I definitely will do. Especially considering, yeah, like my treaty with France is not ending for quite some time. So, in fact, in preparation for that, why don't we start moving some troops over here to India? So I know I just had these guys start drilling, but I'll have them do it anyway. Yeah, transport fleet in Asturias can come over here. That's no problem. Do I have an army in Australia? No, I don't. Yeah, I will need to move more guys than just them over here. I'll probably move this army over here. I could also consider using them to attack Congo again, which that would get actually 2 of my trade protectorates at war with me. Might want to avoid that. If I could just get these guys as a trade protectorate like, as it is, that would be cool. They have a hostile attitude towards us, and they have a little bit of too high of a total development. So might actually make more sense just to go to war with them. Yeah, I mean that'll be something I'll do. Yeah, and then I'll probably then just be able to request these other guys become trade protectorates at a later date, I suppose. Although Katara, they're kind of large, they might not even accept again, because I believe, if I remember correctly, they were the ones who initially actually requested to be one of our trade protectorates. Well, one thing I could do is I could call in Kitara, I believe. No, I can't actually, because they're allied to the enemy. I wonder if they would be possible. Like, I wonder if I went to war with them. I wonder if it would be possible for me to force vassalize them. That could be kind of cool. But we will see about that. So this is all going well over here. You guys, why don't you head over to the capital? And you guys just head over to the next fort. And I don't think these Japanese armies are really going to do much. Basically already pretty much guaranteed to win here, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, yeah. We're going to have these guys go into port before they get knocked out by this fleet here. In fact, we might actually, yeah, we're going to actually have these guys go into port as well. These guys are probably going to get attacked here. And actually, it looks like we can actually upgrade these. So that's perfect. That's totally perfect. So, Nupe, they're done. These armies, I guess we can just send them out to, I don't know, just occupy some of these little areas. No biggie. Or we'll actually send one of these guys up back to their capital in Gao. See if we can prevent these guys from taking it back. I imagine that'd be possible. But we might not have enough time here. Probably actually don't have enough time. And you know what, though? Honestly, we're already at 82 war scores, what I'm realizing here. We might just want to call this as soon as basically we take Funge, because I'd like to take, I mean, I could probably just full annex Funge. Or can't quite full annex Funge. Could leave them as a little tiny rump state over here. Advance all the way to the Nile. Let's do that. We have plenty of admin power to deal with that. But yeah, if we can just take this fort real quick, that would be good. But for the moment being, I will go ahead and peace out with Nupe. I'm just going to white peace them. And there we go. Yeah, so I will go ahead, when my diplomat gets back, I will go ahead and peace out Funge here, which they are heading back now. Can't get that ambitious of a deal from them, so I'll just mess them up a little bit more. Okay, yeah, so advance some of these other guys. And now I know I could do this a little quicker. I could split up my my guys here, but I'm not in a super hurry when it comes to this one. Because I pretty much have all I need. Guys, give me just 1 sec here. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Sorry to keep my adoring fans waiting. But yeah, they got back with the groceries, so I helped with that. Um, yeah, the folks got back with their groceries, so I helped them out with that. But anyway, yeah. Oh, is that right? Illinois declared war on my colony. Is that right? So I guess we're gonna have to get involved in this over here. Let's enforce Pete. Ah, no, agree. That's convenient. I actually didn't really necessarily want to have to, send my guys out actually all the way over there to deal with that because I didn't really have that many available units in this region anyway. Um, so I guess hey, Illinois knew it was good for them, and they decided, yeah, no, we're not gonna, we don't want any smoke here. We don't want any smoke. So that probably a good choice in their part. Um, just occupied these little provinces here. I feel like, I mean, come on, man, Funge, like, yeah, I think that's fine. I wanna end this here, so that's fine. Especially because I'm now maxed out on admin power, so I want to be able to do that as quick as possible. Just core these up. Actually, though, I can use them on some of these other provinces here. Or actually, there's a ton. I could easily actually end up going through all of my admin power that way, so we're gonna hold off on that. So meanwhile, basically, this war is pretty much done here. So let's turn our attention over here to Japan. Oh, no, check this out. Let's see. So these guys, I think. Oh yeah, so these guys picked up my army over here, and that was in Borneo, and they're taking them over to India. Why are you guys not? Why are you guys not drilling? That's a good question. Yeah, so that's cool. So you guys go back over to Tanzania, which apparently they get to take a really roundabout route. Do I not? I mean, do I not have military access to Ethiopia? Well, it might be Adal and Kliwa that are outraged at me. That's probably the issue and the reason why I can't get through. But yeah, let's end this. This is good. We're all good on this. Oh, there's no other outraged countries to improve relations with apparently. So, and yeah, we've got everyone else out of the war. So, our war goal here. Oh, wait, guys, have you ever seen this before? This is grape oil. Not even olive oil. Grape oil. Aceite de uva. From Costco. Grape oil. I heard olive oil, but never grape oil. Yo nunca escuchaste de aceite de uva. Uh-huh. Huh. That's good. I mean, this could be good. It's got an interesting color to it. Yo nunca escuchado de aceite de uva. Aceite de olivo. O aceituna, o ¿cómo se dice? Yeah. Well, anyway, so it's Katsina here. Let's see what nations we can release to get some good old fashioned extra trade protectorates. So there's Fulo. We could maybe do that. Jene. That's an option. Kong. That looks like what we want to do. Mali. We could do that. We could definitely do that. That does include some pretty high value provinces, though. Well, not really. I mean, this is a spice one. We'll definitely do Kong. We'll definitely release Kong. Segu. Not that one. Air. Yeah, I mean, we could do air. Yeah, we'll do Air Janae and Mali. I mean, that's an option. Of course, another option is just to annex everything. You know, just capture a bunch of territory, get all of like this part of northern Nigeria here. I mean, let's see how far we can expand our borders with the war score that we have, or just with the cost. You could basically take the entire eastern edge of their empire, basically. That's pretty good. I mean, I kind of like that, honestly. Just take all that territory. You know? Why not? What better than to just have it as part of our empire, right? Instead of, releasing all these different nations, having all these different protectorates. Well, let's go for a balance of the two, right? Well, it's interesting. Janae is 26 war score for releasing them, but those same provinces, like, how much is it to take them? 23, including the release of Kong. So it's actually cheaper here. It's it's way cheaper actually to just annex these provinces rather than release the nations. So if we want, if we want to have trade protectorates, I mean, we could probably just release the nations, right? Like, that might be a little better, actually. How's that looking? Yeah, let's just annex it. Because besides, we have a bunch of trade protectorates. We already have a ridiculous amount of income. It's just off the hook. And what happens, for example, then if I like return the province? Can't return it at war. That's fine. So once we're off war, we can see about see how it would work with the returning provinces. And if we could return them not to Songhai, but like to their original nation, we could just create a bunch of one province minors that will be released by us and they'll like us, and then we can just immediately then request that they become a trade protectorate. And so we can create a bunch of them that way. Now, mind you, there's always a possibility though that if we were to click, release it, it would just return to Songhai. But I'm pretty sure that it tells us beforehand, so it shouldn't be too big an issue. So we'll send some of these guys back up to Europe. Some of these guys can hang out in Africa. That's no problem. We'll send these guys up to Morocco. Independent army. I mean, is there any province that can support them? We'll just send them up to Europe. I don't really think that I'm going to be needing these guys in Africa, or at least in West Africa anytime soon. So I'll leave like one or two armies down here, and then the rest I'll just send back up. Tercio, Kenya. Okay. All right. Andalusia. Yeah, we'll send you guys back to Europe as well. You guys, this is the army of Tanzania. Yeah, we'll see if we can just send them back over here to Tanzania. It's Hawaii army. You guys can stay in the middle here because we'll probably get some rebel uprisings. I would imagine. Mm, yeah, neighboring, something near neighboring countries, stuff like that. Yeah, so cool. So we've got that mission done. Expanded to Katsina, and we're coring up, this beautiful territory. We have expanded significantly. Look at that name placement. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. And all these little guys here, they're now basically all just enclaves within the Portuguese Empire. And Nupe, I bet you pretty much immediately, yeah. So they're willing to become a trade protectorate again. We just have to end the war, get out of yeah, we just have to get out of the war with Japan, or have to end that, and be at peace, and then we'll be able to get them back as a trade protectorate. No problem, no problem at all. All right, and this stuff's going good. So, question is, what do we do now? We have a decent amount of guys here in India. Take on Gujarat, not necessarily enough, or not even close to enough. We'll have to bring a lot more guys to Gujarat. Although the good thing is they are at war with Delhi. They seem to be beating the crap out of Delhi. That's for dang sure. They ride with Bengal and Jaunpur, which are both huge. Yeah, I can kind of understand why I had been avoiding this. Because oh my god, you look at these guys, they're huge, dude. They're huge. So in fact, you know what? On second thought, instead of deploying all these guys back over to Europe, we are just going to have to. We're going to bring these guys to the coast here, or yeah, these guys up here. That's fine. And we will actually take everyone out of here, except yeah, we'll keep the army of Tanzania here, I guess. This Hawaii army, these guys down here, or no, we will keep Actually, they can't get over here. So yeah, okay, we will basically just get everyone out of here, and we'll just start bringing them towards India. We'll have them go north because that makes more sense, because we can send them through the Suez Canal. In fact, we'll bring the Hawaii army out of here. The only guys we will leave is, how about the Tercio of Lisbon? Yeah. I think that makes most sense, because they can just kind of sit out the war over here, deal with whatever rebellions might spring up in this area. By the way, what are some things now here we can do to actually get some imperial authority? So, okay, the single biggest things are just the fact that 78 provinces of the empire under control of non-member states, or subject of another non-member states. That's going to be a little difficult to deal with. But we could get, if we can get 7 electors, which I don't really think we can actually do. Make Passau an elector. Oh, we can make Saxony an elector too. Oh, so we actually can get 7 electors. Apparently. Yeah. Well, so that improves things. That improves things quite a bit. 5 princes, 7 electors, and 2 free cities. we're still, of course, losing imperial authority. I don't really think we're going to be able to do anything about that at all, unless we are, going to basically take all these provinces, man. And the Commonwealth's our ally. So, I'm not really interested in taking this area from them, you know. I, France, though, I mean, maybe we could do something about this, right? Which, oh, they got a Habsburg on their throne, man. I was hoping that we could have gotten a personal union on them. That's literally the entire reason I royal married them. So I guess then we're not actually going to go ahead and ally them. This is not really any reason. But we can ally with, like, someone else, We do have room for more allies. Like, would it be possible for me to ally someone maybe on, like, the Indian subcontinent? Like, I don't know. Someone powerful over here? Or what about you? No, they don't like us. Besides, we have a bunch of cores over there. Which, how long are they going to keep those cores, by the way? I'm going to go 20 years. Yeah, unless I want to devote a bunch of guys over to attacking them. It's not really going to be that practical. I definitely don't have the troops over here to deal with that. Even if I were to take all these guys who are in Japan and send them, I still don't think it would be enough. It would definitely not be enough, as a matter of fact. So, obviously this is not going to end up being a world conquest. That's for sure. But that's okay. That's okay, man. So we're going to send you guys over here, these transport ships, and we're going to start bringing guys over to India. So it would be nice if we can get an alliance for that. I mean, I guess we could. So Gujarat's allied with both Bengal and Jaunpur, so they wouldn't really come in on a war. Delhi's already at war with them, so they're not going to come in. Bamanas hates me and are guaranteed by Gujarat, so they're not going to come in. Khorasan doesn't like, they don't really mind me, I guess, but they're not very tough. Fars here could be an option, though they do not like us too much. Yuan Shun, I'm not cool with. Ottomans, I'm rivaled with. My options are pretty limited. Thai doesn't like me. It would be nice to go after Barao. I would Brunei and Sindh. Where is he? Brunei even left. Ooh, that would be a good. This would be a good little war to fight. Take these guys out and consolidate everything in Indonesia. That'd be good. I should probably do that. But I've been postponing this India stuff for so long, guys. For so long. So long. So long. So I think that's what we'll do. It's a million things that we can do, but I think that's what we need to go for. And, from this, we'll get permanent claims on Burma and all this stuff. And, so I was thinking for a second here, ooh, monument, bam. I was thinking for a second, oh, why don't we go ahead and take these? But we'll get permanent claims on them. Hey guys, Misifus. We'll get permanent claims on Burma right here, so I think it makes more sense for us to hold off for another war so we can take advantage of those permanent claims. Meow. Yeah, anyway, so let us, just start moving. Let's just start moving these guys over to India. Because we're going to need a ton of guys, man. If we're going to fight Gujarat, Jaunpur, and Bengal at the same time, I mean, that is not going to exactly be a simple and easy mission. It will not be. It will not be easy at all. That's a lot of troops we're dealing with. I mean, it's almost like, we've been fighting wars off and on with France. At this point, that is more soldiers by a lot than France has to bear. Yeah, also, we've got still a ton of military power here. I suppose, it's recruit some other generals. From Tanzania here. Recruit a general for them. And let's recruit a general for the independent army. With the rest of this, why don't we just dove up our lands? We'll put in an edict, encourage development. And we'll do some mill doving. How about that? Oh, it looks like we've already been doing that. Oh. Okay. So we'll have to do some other deving here. I didn't actually... no, we're not doing that. I didn't actually necessarily want to spend my other types of power on deving, but... whatever. Whatever. We'll get some good dev going here. Cost is pretty high, but let's get our city up to 50, right? And that should do it for now. Well, we're way ahead on technology, so we'll also put a encourage development edict on the northern part of Portugal, the Beiras, and we'll dump some cash or some mill power into developing these areas. Ooh, that's cheap. Porto, and that's all the mill power we have. So that's fine. Making Portugal a little bit more devved up, guys. If we're gonna be the Portuguese Empire, it may as well be that the most developed part of our empire is Portugal, which is not really the case, to be honest with you. Like if you look at Katsina over here, like some parts of Africa are pretty devved up. Like man, parts of Indonesia over here, like in Borneo. Sheesh. Yeah, so part of this, like Eastern Congo, this area, or like Zambia, I don't know, like Malawi, I guess, or no, Malawi would be down here. Yeah, I'd put part of the Congo. That's pretty divvied up. Like there's a lot of this like Arabian area. It's like Somaliland or yeah. Anyway, guys, there's a lot of different areas. Like we're not necessarily super centralized to Iberia. There's a lot of very wealthy and developed parts of our empire here. We were definitely very much a thalassocracy for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, so we're gonna have a bunch of all these guys heading over towards India. Firal. Oh, look at Austria, man. It's weird. They're basically becoming more of like an Adriatic coast empire than anything else over here. I don't even think I even have the ability to like add any provinces to the empire. I don't think that's not even on the menu. Yeah, we still have 10 years on the treaty with France, guys. 10 years on the treaty, which should give us plenty of time to do all sorts of other things. Sicilian Greek imperialist war. I'll join, you know, but I mean, I'm just gonna twiddle my thumbs and stay out of it, with expectation that when I go to again to war with France for the jillionth time, that you guys will be right there with me. That will be my assumption. What am I doing on sailors here? Not the worst. Yeah, we'll invest in canals and turnpikes. Bad roads have been a limiting factor for economic growth in Cáceres, severely hampering the transfer of goods, people, and capital. Look into other areas. Local entrepreneurs have begun to introduce toll roads to pay for maintenance, and there are far gone plans of building transportation canals to further ease the flow of goods. Let's do it. We got plenty of money. Plenty of money to do that. You guys, I guess, participate in this siege. Probably. Ooh. And this sooner rather than later. Question is, what should our priority be? So, should we take like a bunch of their outlying islands? Or should we take more of Japan itself? Or, I mean, we could even release some nations. Or actually, they're literally just Polynesian nations. I don't really care about releasing them. It's not really, I'm not going to be able to make those into trade protectorates. Could make Ainu, I suppose, into a trade protectorate. Or actually, they're a tributary state of Shun. So, can't do that. So, yeah, I mean, I could maybe... Well, okay, let's map out some alternatives. Let's map out two alternatives. So, there's sort of the more Polynesian-heavy strategy, where we basically just scoop up all the Polynesian islands. That will be good for our Polynesian trade node, of course. Like, it will definitely, absolutely have trade benefits for us, no doubt about that. We'll secure our domination over the Pacific. And I think that's all their outlying islands. And then, of course, Okinawa, why not? Yeah, I don't think they have any other island provinces. And that's 51 war score. Basically to remove their entire Pacific Empire from Japan. You know, island hopping, basically. And then from there, I mean, yeah, we can just consolidate the south of Japan, I guess. And take this fort. Or better still, we could also take this fort up sort of the spine of Japan here. and take this center of trade. This could be cool. I think this is a great. I think that's a great peace deal. I think that's a great one. Other alternative, right? Other alternative. Leave them with their stupid islands scattered out everywhere. And just mainland Japan max. Just mainland Japan max it out, guys. And we can take basically the brunt of it. Personally, oh, wife just came back from the store. She got me a beer. Oh, well.
En TikTok a mí me bloquean por enseñar esa cochinada.
¿Ah, sí? Por eso no se puede hacer directo.
Con este no.
Oh, man. So I didn't even realize. I guess I got her blocked on. Wait, ¿es temporario o es permanente? Permanente. So nunca puedes hacer directos, nada más. Nunca puedes hacer directo ningún más. Wait, ¿se eliminó tu cuenta de TikTok? Wait, no. Yo te lo vi tu cuenta. Oh. ¿Sabes qué debes hacer? Es hacer otra cuenta también y poner videos ahí también para que se creció dos cuentas. Como cada uno imagínate te firma dos videos, uno en esto. Estoy haciendo directo. I'm talking to you too.
Vamos a jugar Fortnite. Vamos a jugar Fortnite.
I'm gonna stream for a little longer and then we'll.
Déjelo que se vaya.
Nah, I'm gonna stream for a little longer, guys, and then I'm gonna play some Fortnite with her.
Pero bien que si me entiende, creo que hablan. Ay, todavía me duele la lengua. Donde me mordí cuando me anestesiaron. Mira.
Yeah, I see it. Ouch.
Me mordí cuando.
Yeah, guys, apparently I didn't realize, but I showed a beer I was drinking when she was on TikTok Live, and I guess, like, on TikTok Live, they're just, like, I guess, psychos, and, the people running that are just psychotic, like, nambies, and, you show anything that's, questionable, I guess, in that way, like, if you show a cigarette, a beer, or anything like that, or a vape, or anything, anything like that, they block you, which is just ridiculous. It's just completely stupid. Yeah, I definitely favor, guys, when it comes to the peace deal with Japan, I definitely favor the model, taking all their outlying islands, because the reality is that if I were to take basically all the mainland Japan, that would mean that essentially you're more reliant on than having to island hop to all these different islands and capture them to get war score. Better to take first the stuff that would be a little bit hard to or more a little bit more difficult to get to, that's spread across the world and would take longer to get to, rather than the stuff that's just right there, in the central sort of area. Easier to get the war score over here, right? So I think that would be, I think this would be right here, a perfect peace deal. These will also take this gold province, deny them some income, which, curiosity, how much income are they even getting out of this one? Yeah, 2 ducats. It's not actually as much as I thought, but You go for trade efficiency plus 10%. Oh my god. As if we even need that, man. As if we even need that. Man. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's get these guys over here to India as well. Oh, we'll just have to conquer you guys too. They're disgusted with us. Clewa. Why don't you goofballs? Augsburg and to Sicily. So Augsburg's in the empire, so I don't really care about that. I'm not gonna, put demands on my ally. Yeah, I mean, all the Roman Empire is weak, and I don't really care. I don't, it'd be nice to get, I guess, I don't know, imperial authority. I guess that'd be cool, I guess. But doesn't matter for my purposes. Not really. Not really, at all. By the way, we will put these guys on autonomous rebel suppression for this entire region. Yeah. Because I know that there are, also right there, I know that there are a lot of areas with a lot of unrest here. Taraza. Yeah, you guys gotta follow the true faith, man. Oh yeah, so I didn't even notice when this siege ended. I did not notice. We could do another government reform. That's cool. And this is actually our second to last one. So divine rights, strong to the true faith, war score cost versus other religions. That's pretty good. Kingdom for the people. Extra policy could be all right. Regional representation. That could be good. Qu'est-ce-moi? I don't need extra governing capacity. I'm going to go for, I think, divine rights. That war score cost versus other religions is pretty huge. In fact, that will immediately affect us on Japan right off the bat. Because I think at this point, I'm surprised I only have 68 war score, to be honest. I'm surprised I don't have more, but I guess that's because I don't really occupy their outlying islands, right? So, also, hold on a second. How have I never taken Ternate? How have I never bothered with them? What the hell? I gotta take them over. What the heck? Yeah, I definitely do gotta do some consolidation in Indonesia for sure. I guess probably not necessarily going to get everything I want in this peace deal. Maybe. But should we leave it at that? I think so because, or if that even, because we have already a ton of overextension here. A metric ton of overextension. And we don't really need too much more. In fact, actually, I'm looking at this now. I actually don't have enough admin power to core up all these. So we'll kind of wait on this. We can keep these guys at war for now. That's totally fine. It's totally cool. And yeah, these guys can now, deal with these rebels here, no problemo. So, do we have... How many troops do we have here now? Nah, we need more. Armada of America, transport fleet. Man, all our ships are over here in India, man. Crazy. Yeah, let's send over the Sahel company as well. They can walk, apparently. Okay. I guess you guys can walk if you want. That's fine. I mean, well, actually, I don't really want or need you guys walking over there. That's gonna take way too long. That's gonna take way too long. We'll send these fleets to come pick them up. It would be nice if we could just do the automatic transport. That's much easier. But whatever. Yeah, so with those two, that would give me how many soldiers over here? Maybe enough? Maybe? Let's pick these guys up, this other 30,000 as well. And that, I think, should probably do it. I think that would probably be fine. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm going to get a bottle opener for my beer, and I'm going to also plug in my phone. 1 second. All right. How long have you actually been streaming? Like a little less than 2 hours. Algunas dice, pero... Oh yeah, my girl's asking me. Oh, let's bring one of these guys down to India. Oh yeah, my girl was asking me, who are those guys who were talking to Donald Trump? Like, I don't know if any of you guys have seen that picture that's been going around. Supposedly, like, it's some leaked photo, and you got these like weird-looking guys, with Trump, and supposedly they're aliens or something. I don't know. I personally doubt that photo is real at all. Like, I mean, I mean, sounds pretty obvious, right? Like, it's pretty obvious it's a nonsense photo. Because, I mean, like, come on. Like, I don't know. Hey, man, maybe not. The truth is out there somewhere, right? Who knows? Who knows? Guys, I think I'm out of provinces to colonize. Oh, no. Here we go. Yeah, guys, the truth is out there somewhere, Maybe he is talking to the aliens, to the Nordics. That's what they call them. They say, oh, there's 3 main types of aliens. You got the grays, which look like your movie Alien. You've got the reptilians, look like reptiles. And 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 you've got the Nordics, which they look like humans, but specifically Northern Europeans. They look like you know some guy from like Sweden. Um, and I don't know, it's I don't know. I don't really like I mean I'm not saying none of that stuff can be real, but like I don't know, man. Like I think there's definitely aliens out there, but like is it the way people say it is? Like probably not, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean anything's possible, I suppose. But yeah. Oh, pues you know. Okay. Taking out some. The neighbors had some boxes stored in our house here, taking them out. Here, I'm out. I'm gonna help them out. Sorry, my once again my adoring fans, but couldn't let my Couldn't let them take all those boxes there themselves. The world is a busy place. It doesn't seem to want to let me stream. Hey, man. But, you know, stuff in the real world obviously comes first, but yeah. I don't have the best streaming setup, that's for dang sure. They don't always have, yeah, the most time and the best setup. So, what are you going to do? Yeah, no, whenever I stream, there's always like, it seems like a million things come up. Keto, why didn't I already declare war on keto? Instead of letting France get a hold of it, why don't... Yeah, I'm just going to real quick declare war on them before France does, right? Why not, you know? Why not, right? I think that's the most. I think that's the most sensible thing to do. I really do. So let's send these guys up real quick to attack them. They don't have any fort actually, just a capital fort. So I think this 15 guys might be, or 15,000 guys might be enough to siege that. I'm not entirely certain. Not entirely certain. I think it might be. I think it might be. Did this like combine? Did this fleet combine with another? Because, I mean, that's massive. I think it did. I mean, right? Why not? The Armada of Europe here. Armada of the Americas. A transport fleet. And this just gigantic Armada de las Indias. I mean, it might have been combined with like an Armada of, like Armada Real or something like that. But like something that was just a whole mess of galleon ships, heavy ships. I don't know, but that's a little overkill having 136 heavy ships in. I think it was 136. Yeah, 136 heavy ships in one fleet. It's a little overkill. We also apparently have 17 light ships. It's definitely split them off. Now, where these guys were previously patrolling, I am not sure. I am not sure at all. I think I'll send them over here to the Orient. Oh, by the way, this stuff with Japan's winding down. I will shortly redeploy my trade ships here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Restore the Holy See. The fact that Pope no longer resides in Rome scandalizes the clergy. They beseech us to restore the Holy See, but bring the eternal city back under its control. Well, I think I'm gonna not do that. For one thing, where even is the the papal states right now. Do they even exist? Because I'm pretty sure like once they go away, just a random Catholic province becomes them, or they become a random like a random Catholic province ends up being ceded to them. But I'm not actually seeing any. Let me see. No, the papal state doesn't exist right now. Doesn't exist. I guess Augsburg is the cry of controller, so I guess the Pope is in Augsburg, I suppose. Guess we'll set a papal legate. We're not going to do that. We're not going to, go to war with two Sicilies, our loyal ally. Build a manufacturing in Jerusalem or build a manufacturing in Sidon. Yeah, I don't really have a preference, honestly. I guess we'll go for Jerusalem. Farm estate. On the topic of manufactories, by the way, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can build. I would like, so impressment offices would be good. Also some dry docks. That'll probably make an even bigger difference. Way, I feel like that's not even worth it. Impressment offices, we'll make one in Sidon. And see what kind of manufacturers you can make. Okay. I feel like that would make the farm estate in those places would make sense. Or rather, sorry, a soldier's household would make sense. Yeah, we'll do an impressment office there. And yeah, we'll do manufacturers in these ones. Okay. And then lastly, you guys, we will send you to India. And at this point, like once these guys come in, I think that's enough. I mean, I really think it is. I think that's enough guys over here that we can take on our sworn enemies in India, and we'll do well with it. Speaking of which, what's going on in Quito? Everything's going perfect. Quito is Anglican, by the way. They're an Andean Quran culture Anglican nation. So they're a native Anglican kingdom. Native Andean kingdom of the Anglican religion. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Makes sense. British Columbia is right here. Quito is complete. Oh, and the French have showed up. Uh-oh. Well, guess what, French? Guess what, French? We're going to full annex. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Okay, so area is Chibu, terrorized by mercenaries. Let them terrorize them. Oh. All right. Yeah, I forgot about this. We'll send the army of Siberia down here. Or you know what? I feel like this is enough, guys. We will send the army of Siberia was about to say we'll send him over here. Huh? Coach just asked me, when is Norway playing in the World Cup? Let's see. Eu vou buscar. When does Norway? Martes. Contra Irak. Hoy estaba Brasil y Morocco. 1-1. Nadie. 1-1. Uh-huh. But Morocco is actually, they're pretty good. Morocco's actually pretty good. I was surprised to see him tie Brazil 1-1, but I'm sure the Brazil team had to do some serious sprints after that, for sure. But what are you going to do? I was about to say, I could bring these guys down to attack Ternate. And you know what? I think I will. But so I'll bring these guys down there, and I'll also bring some of these guys from Japan down there. How does that sound? How does that sound? Oh, France slandered our merchants, huh? Slandering our merchants, are you, France? I don't really care. What is that gonna do? It's gonna make me earn, 100 less, maybe give 100 less for my 3,000 trade income. I don't care. In fact, since we have so much dang money, man, shoot, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it all. So I think now all of our troops now are here in India. All the guys that we need. I think this should be enough. And they're still at war with Delhi, apparently, and they have no manpower left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sucks for you guys. Who can we call in? Ashanti House. Basically our trade protectorates. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just remembered I'm at war with NM. You know, it could be good to get another ally here real quick. Yeah, let's see if we can actually get one more ally. Let's bring this war to an end. Okay. How about that? How about that? That hobbled Japan pretty well. These guys might join a coalition. No one I really care about that much. So that's totally fine. Hurts, Japan. Hurts, man. Wow, there goes your whole. There goes your whole. Oh man, empire, man. Oof, oof. All these Togoku provinces, man. Saigoku, Togoku. And I imagine there's gonna be some Polynesian, Kyushin, yeah, Melanesian provinces, Papuan, also Togoku. Cool. Giving us a no. Oh yeah, Viti Vanua Vatu Vanua Levu. Oh, Quito did. Oh, that's right. It's part of colonial Colombia. Oh, but these guys will actually form a colonial nation out of Colombia. Okay. Yeah, Samoa, Zen. When actually that we're out of admin power. Ooh. Yeah, man, that's a lot of that's a lot of overextension, but it's okay. We'll be totally fine. The only problem is though we have growing corruption, and oh, we already doing our maxing on oh my god, we're maxing root out corruption, and we're still growing by 25. Oh man. Well, at least a lot of these provinces are like getting relatively close to being cored up. Sheesh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Um, we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be good. We will be good. Um, oh man. Oh man. Um, what the heck, man? Oh. Yeah, let's bring another diplomat. One thing we'll do real quick is we will. So, oh my God, they got more guys coming. Holy cow! We're definitely gonna. Okay, so we're definitely gonna blockade off basically all of the enemy's ports. That's for sure. So they can't disrupt really anything we're doing here. Bring these guys here. These guys here. These guys to Ganges Delta. Um, and that should probably be good. I guess there's still over here left. Worst comes to worst, we can split that giant Indies fleet. Oh, Sunni zealots. What? That's super annoying. Um, yeah, that's super annoying. All right. Um, we'll bring these guys over there real quick. That's okay. So this gives us time to get Nupe back. Oh, hold on. This gives us time to get Nupe back as a trade protectorate real quick. And then what I'd like to do is why don't we get Akoyonlu as an ally? I think they'll accept. Oh, they won't. Oh, yeah. Well, hold up. Portugal and Akoyonlu have the same three provinces. The same three provinces of interest. Same 3 provinces of interest as me.
¿Tú qué?
Hello. I guess if I take some of these provinces off vital interest, that would work. Yep. Yep, that worked. So they will be willing to ally with me. I think that's a pretty good ally, actually. Some ally in the Middle East here. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's really good, actually. Oh, we've got a rebel over here. Ooh. Ooh. Well, shoot. We'll send this guy over there to deal with them. We can get military access through Ethiopia if we don't even already have it. Is he? Is this guy who's sitting here free? Or oh wait a minute, I'm sorry, I completely missed when we read that. That's one of our 2 free diplomats. I was thinking for some reason that he was one of the diplomats who was supposed to be helping out, or doing like either neighboring countries, subject countries, or outraged countries, like one of the like a diplomat set automatically. Yeah, I mean I'll give you this guy's soldiers, all right. Anyway, yeah, I completely misread that. I thought he was one of like the automated diplomats, but that he was just sitting idle. By the way, guys, let me turn on a light here. I just realized how dark it's gotten. I think that's a. I think that's a little better. A little better. Oh, Ethiopia's taking them out for me. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, corruption, whatever. I don't care right now. Whoa. Yeah, man, I really, I really went pretty hard on the overextension here. That is for sure. That is for sure. So, I mean, where else am I facing revolts? Oh, actually, a bunch of places. Oh God. Let's look at it our unrest map mode. All wash, yeah. So we'll increase autonomy in some of these provinces, man. Like obviously you increase autonomy, make less money, but in a lot of cases it's worth it. Like, I mean, I have so many, so much I have so much money, you know. It's like it's like, come on, I don't really care. Oh, by the way, let me add some of these guys to the trade companies. Some of these provinces here, like that I've already converted, I just hadn't added them yet to the trade company, and it's kind of good to do that as you go, but I don't really necessarily feel like breaking the pace like you know, like every single time. Um, and Japan as well. And I have, not everyone does this, but I have anything that's like flowing, just in general, flowing downstream to me. I have as a trade company. I don't know if that's necessarily the recommended strategy. Like I remember before I had like even Siberia as a trade company, but then I took that off and like cored that up, as you can see. Which because the thing was is I kind of misinterpreted this, so I thought like the tax income's going up, but apparently that basically exists as basically added trade value. So the way they sort of list things working, it is a little bit misleading, for sure, for sure. Oh, and by the way, it's time to redeploy you guys. So before anything else, oh yeah, by the way, these guys, these frigates, let's upgrade them, and they'll probably some of join these guys patrolling Japan. I think that's probably what we'll do, or split them between like Japan and China over here. Well, I don't know, split them by a bunch of these little areas. We'll send this guy to pick up these dudes here, and then another one of these armies here, and then we will go at Ternate. That's what we'll do. I'm not gonna make states right now. I want to pay attention to truces. I don't really care about the lawful territory. I know my overextension's high. I know. Believe me, I'm aware. Believe me, I'm aware. Trade company investments. I'll do those later. I'll probably do those off camera because that's like one of the most tedious things. Center of trade to be upgraded. Cairo. Oh, I'll definitely upgrade Pate. Cool. Got a world port. Cairo, I don't really need that to be a world port. Like I don't know like what the point of that would be. It's not like a downstream node for me at all. So there's not really a whole lot of point. Country switch to higher conductiary. Anyway. Yeah. Been informed of another thing apparently we have to do. I don't know why. It seems that whenever like I stream, like a bunch of crap comes up that I got to deal with. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, so let's get these guys back over here. Switzerland, what's even the point of having an alliance with them, honestly? I'm not going to be able to get, I'm not going to be able to get them to be in a personal union. They're too far away for them to accept vassalization. And they're also an elector. So, forget about it. Forget about it. We will do discipline. The discipline advisor. That is the best one, I think. In my humble opinion. Yeah, you can have money. Yeah. Okay. I think that we're basically good to declare war here. Yeah, I mean, I think we're fine. I think we're good to declare it. I mean, we could wait for these guys to get back, but I don't really think we need to wait. I think we just go for it. And I will get these guys to continue. Well, Army of Kenya? Actually, no. Lucia. So there we go. So, yeah, man. Wow. That's a lot of, that's a big thing we're biting off, but we can do it. Yeah. All right. Okay. And of course, when we get one or two other armies down here, we'll also declare war in Ternate, which I don't know why I hadn't done a million years before. And there we go. We've got this war going, and we'll have to do that on the next episode, guys. I've had fun today. It's been a long time since I've streamed EU4, and it's been fun. So I think I'll be back again sometime soon. Maybe. I mean, maybe. I know promises, but I'll be back in under 4 months. It's not going to be the same gap between this episode and the last. So I'll also, of course, play some other games as well. But I'm enthusiastic to sort of bring this playthrough kind of to a close, complete our mission tree. Gets the stuff done, man. You know, it's just some India stuff and the Lusitanian Empire, which is uniting Iberia. So I think that's not super far away. But it's gonna be a tough, long war. That is for sure. It'll probably take most of the next episode, but all right. But yeah. But yeah, guys. So anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate the heck out of all of you, and have a good one.